let's get started with the God Hero deck. Yo, whoever talking trash about my magical mallets is good, alright? It is so good, you don't even know. There are so many times where you just draw, and you just like don't need the other card. And that's what makes this so much better. But we're playing a newer version of the God Hero deck, utilizing a bunch of the newer cards to kind of test them out and see if it's any good. But we're definitely going to go ahead and go for our young boy Stratos over here. And we're going to go ahead and make it sold. So we're going to go ahead and summon this, and then we're going to go ahead and summon the Butterfree. I mean, what is it? Butterspy? Sorry, Pokemon. Wrong game. Alright, add a hero. And we're going to go ahead and actually activate this as well. So we're going to summon this. That doesn't really matter if it's attack or defense. But really what it comes down to is being able to go into a Dark Law turn one. There's really, I mean, there's actually another new card that actually makes this even more viable, which we'll actually get into. So we'll try to search that out because it's going to be a turn one Dark Law, but Dark Law is actually going to become even stronger. And this card actually has some cool plays too if we had an additional summon. But we're going to go ahead and summon a Sold over here. Actually, I should throw in Thrasher. There's a really cool combo in this deck. And so we're going to go ahead and actually add one of the newer cards, which is Roland. Roland can actually be really good because it beefs up your Dark Law in the off chance that like Honest Neos is not added. But we're going to go ahead and it's just going to be standard bread and butter. Phoenix Blade, of course, for that free extra stats. And then, of course, the Bamboo Sword. Got to send at least one of those to the grave. And the other one we do want to keep. But we're going to actually be able to search out that card, which is actually really good for us later on. So I'm going to special summon this and go right into the effect of getting back like the pluses, because we want -1 Magical Mallet, but because I feel like this deck really needs to open up with a Sold, it really just helps out. And also a Cobble of the Grave just potentially stop your opponent. And then it's important to add the Golden Bamboo Sword, not the Broken Bamboo Sword, because the other one can be actually searched off with Roland, which is the reason why I wanted to update this deck. So you also have the effect to go for banishing these warriors, because they don't actually do anything. So we're going to go ahead, and we could do that now, but there's really no reason to go for a Dark Law, like immediately. Sometimes you do want to go for it if you just feel like your opponent's playing something very specific. So we're going to go ahead and just pass turn. And one thing that I like with the new Flame Noble Knight card is it actually makes this card potentially being able to survive for one turn, which just helps out with potentially like Dark Law, and like you can make another thing potentially, which is number 60. So he's gonna go ahead and activate that that card, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit him out with that young Dark Law, and then maybe we hit a Clitorino real fast. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. All those effects. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I don't know if we want to stop Shadow Mist's effect. So we're going to go ahead and go for Stratos. Guess we can search out the other card. Or maybe Pop. Oh, card. Oh, you need that card for the combo. Oh, no. You're playing God Dragon. It's all Ogre, dude. It's all Ogre. Ripperoni. And then we see the quit. Dude, this card just... It does a pretty good job. It honestly does. Sorry, mate. Sometimes I feel like you can wait a little bit longer to Ash. But, I mean, in this instance, that happened, mate. Alright, so we didn't even get to really utilize Roland yet, and this card is going to be acting as like a snatch steal, and we can pop the back row. I know the back row nothing, but I never use this effect. So you know what? Oh yeah, dude, easy. Hold on, easy. Dark Law just beats that deck. Hold on. Oh, he rage quit. All right, easy. All right, is that Guard Dragons? Is that Guard Dragon? Imperial Order? What? So, it's 11 cards in the extra deck, though. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not that difficult to pull off. Like, all you really need is Ib, and you're getting the full combo off anyway, so whatever. I feel like the Imperial Order is like a win harder card. Alright, we're gonna get some more gameplay. Alright, so we're 1-0 with this deck. I'm going to be going easily. We're going to do a quick 2-0. Hopefully we go in first. Because this deck doesn't do amazing going second. Oh gosh, don't summon Crazy turn 1 on me. Actually, by all means, dude, I have Moon Mirror Shield. We good. Like, so many of these Yu-Gi-Oh decks, like that Yu-Gi-Oh deck is all based around you not being able to play. By getting out, like, I didn't see the Orcus build, but I mean, I'm really glad I have this Evic here. Otherwise, I would have been out of luck. But we're going to hit him up with that Young Reinforcement of the Army. And then, I really like this card, honestly. It's a solid card to search out. Actually, now I wouldn't mind playing 1-for-1 in the deck. Because, like, this card just lets you search out it can let you search out the boss fire monster. Like, it's actually really OP. In fact, I'm down to go for the butterfly over here. Because if I go summon, I guess it might be a little bit of RNG. You know, I'm down for that. All right, let's go for the RNG play. All right, so we're going to go ahead and summon this. And then we're going to go ahead and summon this as well. Because Gear Breed plus number 60 is actually really good. So we can go ahead and pull that off. So I can go for instantly during our next rock phase, we skip the draw phase, but we get to draw 2, discard 1, and then we get to set up for Gear Breed and actually activate Gear Breed immediately with Power of the Guardians. So let's go ahead and do that. So normally, like, you're gonna know the soul play and it's like bread and butter, but I probably should. This might be Reparino Pepperino if it doesn't go through, but you know, we going for the big boy plays here. All right, most people won't stop this card in the first place, right? But we're gonna go ahead and activate this effect. We have a lot of different effects. You can actually search off. What is it? What's the other effect? Skip the battle phase, double attack of one monster you control. I don't know about that one. We're gonna go ahead and go for that. Draw 2 cards, then discard 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and detach. It doesn't really matter because we got detached in both of them. Now we get to draw 2 cards. And like the only other card, oh, what is this? It's like a Dark Lord. Negate the effects of 1 effect monsters on the field. Oh, Ripperino Pepperino. Alright. Well, yeah, we slammed that Moon Mirror Shield. Should we invest everything into our boy here? I don't think we really need to. But this is a pretty good card. And like honestly, I could throw everything into it. Let's go ahead and attack over that Rod. I don't think does he even have any plays after this? Oh, he taken it. Oh, he's snatch stealing. Oh, he's snatch stealing. All right, well it's fine. Like, it can't really do anything. It'd be awesome if since he controlled it, like he wouldn't get that extra draw. But it looks like what he's playing is some variant of Dark Lord. But I don't think it's going to be anything about it. I mean, we already played against Guard Dragon. Again, but like, if you just go first against that deck, it's like, I guess you have a 50-50. I'm going first. But like, if you summon Dark Law, that deck generally doesn't do too well. I wonder if he's going to use this as material or anything. Okay, good. By all means, please do. Oh, he's going to actually get rid of this. Okay. I probably don't need this card, so put it in the bottom of the deck's totally fine. I guess he's going to get rid of this card? I mean, if he lets me keep this card, that's not bad at all. Oh, he's going to get rid of it. Alright, that's chill, that's chill. No problem, no problem, no problem. Because it gains 500, so I can actually run that over. Oh, did we go for the magical mallet plays? Dude, all in, no fear, dude. We gotta go sack him, dude. Let's go. Oh my gosh, my boy Stratos. Oh, I need another card for it, honestly. Oh, don't worry, I'll get another card for it. Don't worry, don't worry. Can add that hero monster. Oops, set this. And then go ahead and pass it on to him, and we'll wait until something else comes up. I wish there was like a 1-card like tour guide-ish for like warriors. You know, oh dude, this card is insane, dude. This card is absolutely insane, dude. It's like a GG, dude. It's just like my favorite card in the deck. Like, it is absolutely unfair. Like, he basically is forced to do something this turn. End of main phase? Oh, okay. Discard that. Special summon that Gemini. Get that effect. Easy, dude. Easy. Get that effect. Get rid of that. Special summon a Gemini from the deck, or... Oh, I gotta reread it. Gemini from the deck, and then... we want the tribute. It's just the text is too long. I can't read it. Alright, so we can go ahead and special summon our God, Gearfried. And then I can just pop a card on the field. I feel like this card is probably much better, so we can go ahead. And plus, I kind of want to Snatch Steal his cards, so we can go ahead and hit him up with that young Snatch Steal. Because doing the damage is not necessary right now. It's more so just being able to potentially negate a card effect on his turn. Then I have Super Poly later down the line. And the more important thing is, obviously, with the number 60, you're able to... what does this one do? I just... hold on, can I read Ixchel's effect? Oh gosh, I don't remember what that one does. Alright, we just negate it. We'll do whatever. I think it was like draw 2. Hold on, what is that one's card's actual effect? Okay, it's cool, I don't even get to see it. Yo, we got our boy Roland now. Okay, so this is the card that I was actually talking about. This card can get its effect whenever. Like, this card is so incredibly good in this deck. I would say borderline, like, kind of broken, honestly. So... This card, this card, like, if you have any, okay, I don't want to activate that effect. Sure, I'll equip Stratos, just so I have, like, a negate. But this card, man, is so good. It's so good. So, what happens is, I can discard this with Super Poly. In this instance, probably not, because we don't have a hero, but normally, like, you would. Oh, dang, he left the game! Alright. We have to show Roland. That's the whole point of, like, me showing off this deck. But we already played against meta. We played against a longer duel, let's say that. Alright, we're going 3-0 with this deck. Easy. And we go easy 10-minute ad rev. Alright. Unless we get sacked. And then we find another game because then we just say this one doesn't count. Alright. So this is a really good turn. If we go turn 1, it's a game over. Dude, it is so game over for my opponent. And then we got crossover. This is a Snatch Steal. Oh, it lets me equip monster they have to give to myself. And then this is once again gonna be that really strong play. If I don't open it with that continuous, which lets me search out, and I'll actually explain. It's relatively easy to explain, but the deck is very good. I mean, I already made videos on the God Hero deck, but I gotta show off on my boy Roland. So we're going to go ahead and go for, since we already have Phoenix Gearfried, we can summon it actually the same turn. And we'll have the equip card. This is actually perfect. Okay, I got to do this fast before this guy's like, dude, are you playing Guard Dragons? And he's going to rage quit because it takes too dang long, right? Now, this deck doesn't take that long to play, but I'm going to add Roland over here because I already have this for Dark Law anyways. But Roland is actually one of the best cards that we didn't get to show off, so we're going to activate this and hopefully not get Rex Marino by a hand trap. Always send Phoenix Blade, always Phoenix Blade, and one of the Bamboo Swords. And you want to do the Fossil and Power of the Guardians. And then we're going to go ahead and special summon, once again, Danklaw. Get the Bamboo Sword, so we get that potential +1. And then you always want to add the non-equip. The reason why is because I'm going to get pot agreed with Roland. Unless my opponent, like, quits. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and search out the Golden Bamboo Sword, because the other card we're going to get for free anyways. And we go ahead and set up with the this card. We set this card. And then there's no real point of Phoenix... Like, I can Phoenix Blade and boost up that card, but I'd rather Phoenix Blade... actually, I could just summon Gearfried right now. And I could even show off how good this is, so... Just don't banish Phoenix Blade. That's the only, like, important thing. So you have a Dark Law, a Negate, and then... Unfortunately, it's not quick play, and this is only good going second, but it's fine. We're good right now. And like I said... You could Phoenix Blade to equip right now if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I want to give him that element of the surprise prank. Sometimes it could be bad if it's a monster that's going to activate his effect immediately, but sometimes, like, in majority of situations, I'd say you can... Since this card is a quick effect, I can instantly equip it to his monster. And I also have Dark Law. Like, I don't know. I just don't see him coming back from this. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and instantly equip this to, I guess this card's gonna negate anything anyways, because this one, you can just, yeah, it's just any equip card you control at the graveyard. But this way I can show you guys how good the deck is without it. And he's probably wondering, like, what the heck? So, once he summons the other, because every one of the cards, like, adds something, or, okay, so control the monsters. Special summon one, okay. So once he special summons one, we'll go ahead and hit him up with that. If it does add one. There's one that adds spells and traps, and there's one that, actually, I don't want him to get any of these in the grave. But he'll activate this effect, more than likely. And he wants to add, oh, this is a spell and trap. There's one that adds a monster, and at that point, that's when we hit him up with a Dark Law. Or it could do it then. It doesn't really matter. Usually you just don't want them to be able to add. But I also technically have Called by the Grave if I want to get rid of... Oh. No, my bad. I didn't want to activate effect. Sorry. And this is only stopping trap cards. Dude, we got no traps here. No traps. Ooh. I mean, I don't want him to have. So he's going to use this as material. Which is kind of like, it's like the one time it's unfortunate. Because, like, I equipped it to this. And I kind of wanted that negate. And I'm going to lose out on that negate. But Roland during the end phase will get that effect. We'll also get the effect of Shadow Mist to, of course, add Stratos. But, it gains attack. Okay. It gains attack equal to its original attack. And this one boosts it up by 25, so we're totally fine. And if he... Oh my gosh. You done goofed! Everyone always has this card. But more importantly, I want to show you how good Roland is. Because we get in that pot of greed, baby! And I'm assuming he'll quit. Please don't quit on me. Alright, so he gets... What is... Oh no, he quit on me! No! Okay, so let me explain it. It's a really simple concept, though. So, I do this play all the time with this deck, where... Okay, don't question magical balance, dude. It's legit. Honestly, crossover is probably a card you you can just not run. But, the combo I was trying to show off in the very first duel, which we didn't get to do... Well, it's actually a second duel. So, number 60, what it does is... It makes it so you can draw 2 cards and then you skip your draw phase. But you go have Gear Braid, you don't even need your draw phase. You give up your draw phase and you can add 1 equip spell from your deck or graveyard to your hand. And then if you control an equip spell, you can place a Fire Warrior monster or 1 Gemini monster from your graveyard on the bottom of your deck and then draw a card. So every turn you're able to cycle through some cards. And this card's really good. And again, because... This card basically makes it so you don't have your draw phase, but you're still drawing a card. This card just gets through your draw phase. So that first part is explained. The next part that I need to explain for the video is actually the plays with Roland. So you saw me equip Roland. It boosts up the monster by 500 attack. Sometimes I wait. I don't know. I just wanted to equip it so I can potentially negate with Gear Freed. So Gear Freed, you don't want to actually equip it to Roland. Yeah, you don't want to equip Roland to Gear Freed because Gear Freed, if it gets tributed, then you lose out on like double. So you usually want to save this for Dark Law, but also Roland will boost up the monster by 500 attack. So you can have a 2900 attacking Dark Law, and then in addition to that, during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there, you get to add a Fire Warrior monster or an equip spell from your deck to your hand. A Fire Warrior, you can just search out Gear Freed and then special summon it next turn, or you can add any equip. So the reason why I explained it, you don't want to actually search out you want to search out the Golden Bamboo Sword with the effect of the Cursed Bamboo Sword, is actually because you want to actually search out the Broken Bamboo Sword, unless you already have it. If you have either one of these, then yeah, search out the other one, you have Pot of Greed. If not, then you go ahead and search out this one, and then you basically have the setup where next turn you get to Pot of Greed. And on top of that, you have the equip, and you're filling up your graveyard for more targets for Gear Freed. So the deck is actually really strong. The one card that is really just only good for going second is you can literally summon any monster, and then you get to Snatch Steal your opponent's monster. And where's the target one face-up monster your opponent controls, and one warrior you control, you get to equip it. And then on top of that, if the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle by card effect, you get to destroy the equipped monsters by this effect instead. So I like it for that. Unfortunately, it is not an equipped spell, so it doesn't really have too much synergy with the deck at all, really. But it is there as a pretty cool card, and on top of that, it does protect your Gear Freed, which is usually what you want to do. You have an equipped spell, or you equip their monster, so you technically have an equipped spell. But I wish this card was either equipped. Oh, not this card. I wish this card was either a quick play or it had some other synergy with the deck, because it just kind of seems random, to be honest. But Roland he really helps out the deck. Again, that small 500, it actually makes a huge difference in a lot of different situations, because it's a quick effect. You just equip it, and then they can't attack over your monster. And then on top of that, during the end phase, when you, let's say, negate, or you can just let Roland go away, it doesn't really matter. And then you get to add the Pot of Greed, or you can search out for whatever problem that you might need to deal with. I feel like Moon Mirror Shift is actually not that bad of a card. It gets around a lot of stuff. And if your opponent is stalling, this could be a nice little card to your edition. I was also thinking about the Noble Knight. Noble Knight, I don't remember the exact name of it, but there's an equip spell that makes it so you get to pop a back row just in case they play Mystic Mine. But anyways, if you're actually playing this deck, you could take out Magical Mallet, to be honest. I just really wanted to get consistency to pull off some of the stuff, which I was able to show off anyways. Magical Mallet, MVP, dude. I just love that card, honestly. With triple super polys and with just literally any hero monster, you're able to go ahead and make anything. And I just like being able to deal with boards turn one. I honestly probably wouldn't be playing 3 of these. Okay, this is if we're taking the deck seriously, I honestly wouldn't mind playing Magical Mallet. But for most of you guys out there, I probably would drop these cards. But that's just my personal thoughts on it. You guys can let me know yours down below. But anyways, onwards with the deck profile. So 3 copies of Gear Freed and Honest Neos, 2 copies of Stratos, 3 copies of EV, 3 copies of Solid Man, 2 copies of Shadow Mist, 2 copies of Butter Spray, 1 copy of Ash, 1 copy of Ogre, and I just played level 1, and then 3 copies of Roland, and then we have Instant Fusion. I liked Instant Fusion just for the fact that you can get out this and bait out other potential back row. It also, you know what it deals with? It deals with what's that? The Inspector Border. Not that I've seen that deck, or a deck that plays that too often. And then we have Heroes Lived, Rhoda, Desires. Make sure you use this after your combo, because literally after you send all of your other things to the grave, it's totally fine. And then we have 3 copies of Called, 3 copies of Super Poly, and 3 copies of Gear Breed. Honestly, I don't know. If I open up with this and the number 60, I'll go for it. And Power of the Guardians, Moon Mirror, then Living Fossils, Phoenix Blade, Cursed and Broken Bamboo Sword, and 3 Gemini Aberration. I think what I should have done is honestly just utilize this card turn 1. It's probably totally fine. I just want to show you for the gameplay. I didn't need to use it turn 1, and we would still actually be able to establish another board. I honestly don't think Magical Mallet's that bad in this deck, though, just as a heads up. Legitimately, there are a lot of cards that you don't really want to draw. For example, you don't really want to draw this. This is searchable. And on top of that, all of the equips, you're totally fine on not drawing any of them. They're almost, not necessarily -1s, but, you don't really need them. There are some times, too, though, if you happen to open up with Cursed Bamboo Sword, before you even make your play with Isolde, just equip Cursed Bamboo Sword, search out one of them, and then you'll be good. Because, yeah, you equip it to, let's say, Solid Man or Sharps, whatever you make before going for Isolde. Then it goes to the grave and you search out and the Isolde send, and then you'll get it later on anyways. But, as far as the extra goes, I put all the fusion targets for the heroes, and then number 60 because of the mechanics with this, and then Phoenix and Isolde. Isolde's only pretty much the most important card. I was playing 2 at one point, but then I was like, dude, I want every single element. So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. And I feel like this video was a little bit longer than necessary, but I wanted to show off some more duels with it. But the guy rage quit on me. I want to show you. The deck is really good. Against Guard Dragons, though, I feel like it needs to kind of go first. But if you open up maybe with enough hand traps, and you could honestly throw impermanence in the deck, and it'd probably be good as well. You could actually drop Aberration completely. If you drop, if you were to drop the... I could totally see this deck running perfectly fine with this setup. Because this card is only really good with this. But, this card, if you go first and you open up with this, like, and your opponent doesn't, like, negate this, I feel like you just win most of the duels. Because, like, you literally get to pop one card, right? You get to pop a card, summon this, and then on top of this, you get to have that effect where if it's normal or special, you get to target a fire warrior monster in your graveyard, except for itself, and then special summon, which can be Roland, and then when Roland goes to the graveyard, even if your opponent hand instructions, it's just during the end phase, if it was in the graveyard because it was sent through this turn, you can recycle Roland and then get double, like, searches of Gearfried or equips, the God Phoenix. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry I ranted at the end there, but I just wanted to explain some other things because, like I said, I didn't get to show all of them off in the live comm. But anyways, now that you guys can understand the deck, if you guys want to suggest anything, let me know in the comment section below. But thanks for watching, guys. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and turn on that bell, and you'll see more Yu-Gi-Oh! Gameplays. Peace.